Hey angels, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanae. I hope that you're having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Today I wanted to chat about how I raise my vibration, my top 10 tools on how I do this on a day-to-day basis. Now, if the word vibration doesn't resonate with you, that is so fine. It's basically just how I elevate my mood. So when the little things happen that sometimes can throw you off, I know we've all had those days where it's just like one thing happens and then it leads to a bit of a ripple effect. I don't really have those days anymore, or those weeks. Sometimes when those things happen, it's like something triggers you and you are affected for the rest of the day, and then that rolls into the day after because you go to bed feeling sad or angry or frustrated. For me, I have had those times where those days become weeks, become months. It's really hard to get out of it sometimes. I totally feel you if you are in that stage, and I hope that this help those days or those moments become that, just moments. When something happens to me, I deal with it, I express it, and I let it go. And I don't give it the power over my life anymore. I just don't, and I choose not to. The law of vibration is one of the 12 universal laws of the universe. You may have heard of law of attraction and manifestation and all of that, and if you haven't, that's totally fine. But I thought I would just give you a quick little intro into what the law of vibration is. I have just read this book by Jordana Levan. It's all about creating the life of your dreams. I just like how clear this little definition is. The law of vibration. It states that everything in the universe vibrates on its own frequency, and that things with a similar frequency are drawn together. You, me, inanimate objects, bacteria, diseases, everything in the universe vibrates on its own frequency. For me, what that means is when I am operating at a higher level and I'm feeling great and good and content and happy within myself, I start attracting things that are of a vibrational match to this. I was operating in a lower state for a long time. I was struggling, and I was, without realizing it, attracting other things of that vibration. And the quickest way to elevate and jump out of that frequency and step into the best version of you is by implementing daily tools, strategies, and things to help you maintain at that level. At the beginning, it is a conscious choice. That is the first step, becoming aware that, hey, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to propel myself forward into the person that I know that I truly am. Okay, so here we go. Tip number 1, become conscious of the content that you consume, whether that is TV, music, books, podcasts, the news, things that you are consuming content-wise on a daily basis. Music is one of the quickest ways to change your mood and change your vibration. Start becoming aware of what lyrics are in the songs that you are listening to, because they seep into your subconscious when you're listening to the things over and over again. I now 90% of the time always choose music that lifts me up, that makes me feel alive and happy. Even the TV shows and movies that we are watching and consuming are affecting our moods. Have you ever watched a scary movie or something that was like really intense right before bed and then you have dreams about it? That's because it's going into your subconscious, and the subconscious mind can't differentiate the difference between reality and what it sees. Especially before bed and first thing in the morning, that's when our mind is most susceptible to be influenced. It is so important to be conscious of what we are choosing to watch and think about how you want to feel on a day-to-day basis. And that's why, as much as I love my shows like The Walking Dead and The Handmaid's Tale, I choose not to watch those things, especially before I go to bed. And when I do, I consciously am aware that it will affect my mood. And I really am careful when I choose to engage in that type of content, because I know it will have a direct link to how I'm feeling. Number 2, gratitude. Being grateful for what you have right now. I always thought I was a person that was really grateful and I was happy with what I had. But conscious gratitude makes a profound difference in every area of your life. And when you are grateful for what you have right now, that's when more things that you are wanting to attract into your life will start to flow in. But you have to be happy and content with what you have right now. I try most days to make a gratitude list. What I am grateful for and why. Because you might just be like, I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for the home that I live in. I'm grateful for my job. But why are you grateful? When you attach the why, you attach a feeling to it. You attach an emotion. And that is what raises your vibration and raises your mood. I am so happy and grateful now for my home because it allows me a safe space to heal and grow and recharge my batteries so that I am at my absolute best when I step out of that door. And when you are not feeling grateful for what you have and you're thinking, why can't I have this? Why don't I have that? That's what you're going to be attracting more of, lack. So when you focus on the things that are abundant within your life, because I promise you, even if you are at that really low place, do you have a roof over your head? Food in your fridge, water? Can you step outside and soak up the sun rays? Even in the darkest times, there are always things to be thankful for. Tip number 3, your phone and technology intake. I know how easy it is to grab your phone first thing in the morning. It's a habit. It's a second nature thing. You don't even think about it and you're just straight away on social media. But stop. When you grab your phone and start scrolling first thing in the morning, what you are doing is giving away your power and your energy to all of the things and people that are on these apps or your emails or whatever it is. It gives you an instant rush of dopamine, a hit straight away. So you have, before your brain's even had a moment to wake up, you're suddenly hit with like a bit of like an adrenaline, and that's why people become addicted to technology and their phones. It's the chemical that's released in the brain that makes you want to keep going back. I have a little rule that I will not check social media until after I've finished my morning routine at the very least. I really like not to check it before noon. However, that is not always the case. I'm going to be completely honest. Notice the difference when I don't give my energy away. Your energy is scattered first thing in the morning when you do grab for your phone. That is the time that your subconscious is most open. So what do you want to fill into that? That's when you should be listening to your intuition and nourishing your mind. Check in. How are you feeling? Turn off your notifications. You do not want to be a slave to your phone and to other people's demands. Take your power back by choosing when you consciously want to go onto these apps and not just when people or things are alerting you to do so. Number 4, who you surround yourself with. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and that is so true? Do the people that you are spending time with inspire, uplift, motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to be the best version of yourself? Or do you leave feeling drained and depleted and unmotivated, start becoming conscious of who you choose to invest your time and energy to? Are you adding value to their lives, and are they giving back to you? You should feel uplifted. If you have a certain person or a colleague in your life that perhaps isn't in the best state, that's okay. Put boundaries around what you can and what you can't tolerate with those relationships. Have a time limit. Clearly clarify to them that this topic or this conversation doesn't make you feel comfortable, and respectfully, can we please not discuss it further? We are usually a product of the 5 people that we most surround ourselves with. You can count it on your hand. Picky with who you want those people to be, because who do you want to be? Number 5, routines and self-love. For me, they go really hand in hand. Carving out that time of your day, of your morning, of your evening, or little rituals that you have throughout the day to ground yourself is a form of self-love. It is a non-negotiable, I believe. Even if you only have 5 minutes in the morning to do some breath work or to check in with how you're feeling, do it. Having my daily routines has changed my life. And at least when you go to bed that night, you can feel so proud that you have accomplished something. And win the morning, win the day, as they say. It doesn't need to be a huge, massive thing. Choose what lights you up, what inspires you. Number 6, grounding, earthing myself, and connecting with nature. I have always absolutely thrived in nature. I am obsessed with going to the beach. I feel a sense of rejuvenation when I do so. A step further than that, even if you can't go somewhere to be out with nature, step into your yard or step onto the earth barefoot and ground yourself. They have been doing so many studies around this, and having your feet flat on the earth actually reduces inflammation. It helps improve sleep. I notice such a difference when I do, because we can go days, weeks, months without actually connecting our physical body to the earth. There is this great documentary, and I'll leave the link attached below. It goes into a lot of depth with this, but trust me, it makes a real big difference connecting back to the earth, back to nature. Number 7, setting intentions. It's great to set intentions of the morning or before you go to bed for the next day, what you will want to accomplish, how do you want to feel. But what a friend and I have been doing recently, which we have found it has made a really big shift, is setting intentions as the day goes along. Recently, she was on the way to see her dad, and she had a quick call with him before she was gonna go and spend the afternoon with him, and she could just tell on the phone that he was feeling a bit off, maybe a bit grumpy, just not his usual self. On the drive down to see him, she set the intention that I am shining so brightly, no one around me can be in a bad mood or a bad vibration, because my light is so radiant and powerful that I cannot attract any negativity right now. She made it really, really clear, and she held it, and she connected into that feeling that no one around me can be upset right now because I am shining so bright. I have the power to affect their energy. It worked. When she got there, she said they had the best afternoon. His mood had completely shifted. I've been doing this recently as well, just setting the intention of my day is going to be inspired and creative and abundant it is going to flow. If you feel like someone else's mood around you, or the day is maybe not going exactly how you want, just take a moment to connect in, set the intentions of, this is how I want the rest of my day to go, and step into that energy. I promise there will be a shift. Number 8, meditation. Now, I know that people talk about meditation a lot. I never thought I was gonna be one of those people that could meditate. For me, I really love guided meditation. So someone talking me through how my day is going to go, or how my morning is going to go, or what I'm wanting to manifest in the future. It really gets you into that Zen state, shuts that mind off. I notice the days that I meditate and I choose to check in with myself and fill my cup and my subconscious mind with positivity and whatever I'm wanting to focus on, it ripples into the rest of my day. It raises my mood and my days just seem to flow. So if you haven't meditated before, don't think it's this big thing that I've got to just sit and observe my thought. You know, oh, I can't have this bad thought. It's not about that. It's just observing your thoughts and letting it go. That's why I really encourage people who haven't before to start off with guided meditations. And just as we fuel the body, we should also be fueling the mind. And in going on that, tip number 9, fueling your body. How do you want to feel within the vessel that you have on a day-to-day basis? Do you want to feel vibrant and energized and free? What foods are you putting into your body? What are you using to nourish your body? And I know it's hard to give up those habits, especially when they've been formed for such a long time. Really becoming conscious of what you are putting into your vessel, because when your body is feeling most in alignment, that is really when you are at your best. It's the whole mind, body, soul connection. Listen to your intuition. What foods are going to nourish me? What is going to make me feel good? And start noticing, when I eat this, oh, I feel really crappy for a few hours, or it makes me tired. And not just mindlessly filling up on snacks and sweets and all of that. I used to do that. It was a form of escapism and not dealing with what emotionally is going on. Finally, tip number 10 is your physical space and your environment. My housemate used to say, messy bed, messy head. And I never used to make my bed. Like, I think growing up, my parents, I'm pretty sure all of primary school, they used to make my bed for me. Now I do it before I leave my room. Your environment has such an impact, whether you are aware of it or not, on your mood and how you're feeling. And it just feels nice when you come to a clean and clear space. And just think, when you clear the clutter of your mind, of your body, you've got space to attract things that can come into that space. It's making room for more abundance and the things that light you up. Just notice what rooms of your house feel good and light you up. Every room has a different energy. Start becoming aware of where you feel good. Notice how you feel in a space. And if you are feeling heavy, what can you do to transform that space? Recently, I have changed up the vibe in my room, and it has made such a profound difference on me already. Clear the mental clutter and take notice of your environment. That's really what I wanted to say about these topics. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you gained something from this, and I know that you really do have the power to choose your mood and what vibration you want to be in when you start adapting different tools to help you stay there. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, and always remember to shine your unique light because it makes a difference when you do.